Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming and watching. So I have a video for you on a product that has, I think, been the best selling palette on Revolution. I almost said Makeup Revolution, but I'm really trying to say Revolution as they have changed their name. It is the Foil Frenzy Metallic Cream Powder Eyeshadow Palette, and it looks like this. They had a competition. I decided to enter. I thought it would be fun. I don't get sent PR or anything like that, so I thought, might as well try and win something, you know, save me a little bit of money. And I really wanted to try this, and I thought if I won it, maybe I would receive it a little faster instead of me having to wait, order it, and then get it shipped to me. So I did win. I actually won one. I haven't won anything for a really long time. So I did win this. I didn't purchase this myself, but I was planning to buy it anyway. I think it sold out really, really quick on their site, if I'm corrected. I did an Instagram So I did a Instagram of swatching this. I'm gonna re-upload those and then save them on my Instagram because I forgot to do that, so that you guys can see all the beautiful swatches of these, because I'm not gonna do a bunch of swatching of these because I'll tell you right now, they all swatch just how they look. Super beautiful. Like this white, can we just, and the light is just going to bounce right off them. I'm trying to get it to focus. Like, look at that yellow. Like, these are stunning. Look at that color. Like, the first row is just beautiful. Well, these are the first four on the row. There's five. There's like this white, this really gorgeous yellow, a champagne-y kind of color, and this gorgeous like metallic-y, oh, the light pink. I'm telling you, these are super hard to show you guys these swatches of. I'm using Natural Daylight. It's so hard because they're just so glowy. I love all of these and they swatch fantastic. This one's got like is a black, but it has kind of like a navy blue hint in it. It's really, really unique. And the color next to it is really beautiful. Like, these are all so beautiful. So I have my Instagram link down below. Go check it out. I'll have this. I'm gonna put the swatches up again on my Instagram, and then or make a video or something, and then I'll tag it to like my keep thing at the bar, the top. Those are just some of the colors. So I'm also going to be using the S'mores. I haven't done a look with this. If you guys want to see a full just look with this, I will, but I'm going to use this because it's kind of browns and neutrals, so that I can use one or two of these gorgeous metal shades on. It smells so good, like chocolate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a crease brush. I'm going to use my blank canvas F. Why is the light gone so wonky? I'm going to use the S'mores palette, and I'm going to use the the E20 brush. It's one of my favorites from blank canvas. It just looks like this. It's a big fluffy white brush. Look at the packaging. It's so beautiful. It's like a white, like a true white over top of brown. Oh, and this is what the S'mores palette looks like. The S'mores palette's making the light go wonky, so I don't know what that's about. But I'm gonna go in with, I have used this, I made a look with it before. I think it's on my Instagram, I'm not quite sure. I think it is. I'm gonna go in with the shade Toast because it's so beautiful. It's just this color here at the top, this one right here. And I'm gonna take a bunch of that. I haven't even used this color before, so my eyes are prepped and set and ready to go. So I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can for you guys. I'm just going to do one eye here on camera, so it is really quick. This S'mores palette smells really, really good. Like really nice and chocolatey, but not too strong. It just smells so good. So that's that color there. Hopefully the lighting is okay. Maybe it's too bright, I'm not sure. There's that color there. That's called Toast. That's beautiful. And then I'm going to just darken it up by, I used these two already, so I'm trying to like wanting to use a different color. Melted. There's a good bit of mattes in here and there's a good bit of shimmers. So this palette is really pretty for everyday look. So I'm going to go in with Melted just to deepen it up a little bit. I'm actually going to use a different brush. I'm going to use my other favorite brush, which I'm going to get an extra one of these soon. The E42. I love this. It has a little point at the end and you can get right in there. So I'm going to go in with Melted. Love that name. And I'm just going to go right in the crease with this. just to add a little more definition to the eye. And it's just that little bit darker than Toast. It's quite a bit of a darker shade, but it's one that you can build up a little. It's not just super pigmented. So there is that. I just wanted to add a little bit of definition using the S'mores palette. If you guys want to see more with the S'mores palette, please let me know. I'm trying to see, is the lighting okay? I'm not sure, but that's what that eye is looking like at the moment. Really, really pretty. I'm gonna try to start using my my 80D Canon camera that I have now. I just have to make sure my editor is gonna work that I have. Otherwise I might have to buy a new editor, which is gonna suck. So I recorded one video on it, so we'll see. Okay, so that's that. This palette also doesn't come with a mirror, so that's kind of a sucky thing, but to be honest, I would be matching it with a different palette anyway, so I would just be using that. So I'm gonna go with the first color. I'm gonna take, where's my favorite brush? There it is. My E.l.f. from Blank Canvas. I don't know if you can buy this brush individually, but if you can get your hands on it, it's fantastic. I'm gonna take this, it's a little bit stained with pink, but I don't think it has any color on it. Okay, so I wanna take a color to put on the lid first, and I think I'm gonna go in with this dark kind of browny coppery kind of, it's so, like, look at that, that was literally just going clink on it. It's so pigmented. Oh yeah, it's so super dark, so hopefully this will work, but I'm just gonna try to go in light-handed with that. Is there such thing as light-handed? Trying. I don't even know, I've never used these on the eyes, I've only swatched them. Ooh, so pretty, okay. It's applying really quite nicely. I'm literally going in, it's like, I don't want to like dig into it because they're super soft shadows. They are definitely a different formula than they've ever had before. They are fantastic. So I'm just putting this kind of all over the lid and up to the crease. So pretty. I'm loving this shade. I'm not going all the way in because I want to put a different shade on there. So that's the eye so far. Loving that. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller kind of brush. This is the E34 brush. It just looks like this. Kind of has white tips at the end. And I'm going to take probably this color under the white. My finger is so stained with that pigment. It's like I could swatch almost 3 times with how much I had on my finger there. It's this kind of champagne-y color under the white there, right there. I'm going to bring that into the inner corner a little bit. I feel certain brushes are going to work really good with these and certain brushes just won't. Wow, okay. I don't know if this brush is going to be good for it because it is a little bit flimsy of a brush, so I'm going to maybe grab something a little bit different. I like using this. So this is the E12. It's just a round kind of brush. I'm going to just try that. I feel it's a little more dense. This shade is nice. Trying to like dig into the, there we go. Wow, and that's not wet, so I'm gonna just wet this a little bit. Sorry guys, is the lighting really bad? I don't know. There, maybe that's a bit better. So that's it so far. I'm just gonna wet it. Come here. Wet my brush just a little bit. And then, yeah, that worked just a little bit better. I don't like to wet it too much. Oh. Ooh, that is pretty. I put it a little bit over that brown, kind of coppery kind of shade. I'm going to just dip back into that just a little and just make sure these two are blending together so there's not just like a harsh line. These are really, really pretty. They look quite metallic on the eye. I think you'd be better off to wet these. Why is the lighting so bad? There we go. So they look really metallic, but I think wetting them might be that little bit better. Now I'm going to go in with the white at the top there that I showed you a good few times. And maybe I'm not using the right brushes either, because these are a different formula than I'm used to. They're super creamy. I think literally using your finger is the best thing you can do. Like, look at that. Hold on. Look at that. I used my finger and it's stunning. So I'm going to take my finger for that champagne shade. Oh, yes. I feel like this is going to be used best with your finger, even better than using it wet. So I want to use another shade. I want to use this really, really bright pink right here. I don't know how well it's going to work with this brush, but we're going to try it, E23, because I want to smudge it kind of in the center of my eye, not all underneath there, but just a bit. There's no mirror on here. So I have to like take some of the color. Whoops, I'm getting the tip of my brush. I'm trying to be close for you guys too. This is really pigmented. Wow. Yes, that pink is pigmented and it's working quite nicely with this brush, which is the E23 pencil brush from Blank Canvas. I absolutely love this brush. It's always dirty. I have to get another one. There's so many brushes that I love. I just need backups because I'm washing them all the time. Okay, and then for the inner corner of there, I want to use this kind of goldy color here at the top by the white, this kind of gold. I'm trying to use as many colors as I can, you guys. This is such a beautiful palette. These are obviously all shimmers. If you wanted to do a look with all shimmers, you go for it. You do what you want. And don't let anybody tell you differently, because makeup is fun. Yes, that's really pretty. And then I'm just gonna add some of that brown colors that I used from the S'mores on the outside, and then I'm gonna do my mascara, which I'm gonna use the Essence mascara, and I will do that and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I finished the eyes. So what did I do? Underneath the eye, I put a little bit of this yellowy goldy color here, and I put some of this hot pink in the center under the eye, and then a little bit of brown just to match up the corner from the melted color from the S'mores palette. And that is the eye look, you guys. These are definitely used better with your finger, I find. I'm sure there's a brush out there, maybe a concealer brush that would be better to use with this or something like that. I just didn't have one on hand to try. But yes, fingers definitely work. These are super soft, super pigmented, and work way better with your fingers. Brushes just weren't cutting it for me. I really had to like use my pinky and like ring finger and just like blend it on there, and then use a blending brush just to do the creases, just to blend them out a little bit, because I just found it worked better that way. But this palette, the Foil Frenzy palette, is definitely something you need in your collection. This is going to be great. I don't mind grabbing this and another palette if I really want a really foiled eye look. These are all stunning shades. They have, you know, the pinks, a red, they have greens. The only thing I think they're missing in this palette is maybe a foiled blue kind of color. I know this kind of black has like that blue navy in it, but I feel like maybe a shade of blue would have been really pretty to fit in here, but then they would have to make this palette even bigger because I wouldn't want none of these gone. These two yellows are a little bit similar, so maybe they could have taken out this darker yellow and placed a blue instead, but other than that, I really like this. I think the packaging is really nice. I like that you can see the shades, so you can have it out and you know, like, oh yes, there's a foiled red, or like, look at this foiled deep red color, like stunning. And then the one under it is kind of like a purpley red. They're very similar again. And then this purpley shade, I just have to swatch for you guys. It's this one here, this kind of purpley pink kind of color. And then these just one swipe, just swatch. Amazing. Like, that is literally me just going one swipe, like and one swipe in the palette as well. So these are so pigmented, so beautiful. They have numbers on the back for the palette, but they don't have names that I see anywhere. So yeah, so there's 15 shades, definitely worth it. This is €8.99, I believe. I think it's around there. I think it's basically €9 for us in Ireland here. Anybody paying in euros, that's what you're gonna pay for it, which I think is definitely worth it. So thumbs up to Revolution. Definitely, these are supposedly poured in, not pressed. That's another thing I wanted to say, which the formula is beautiful on these, but again, you definitely need to use your fingers, I find, but maybe a concealer brush or something might work better, because I feel like the brushes hold on to the pigment or don't pick it up enough. So that's just a thought. But yes, this palette is gorgeous. If you're wondering what highlighter I have on, because I will probably get people asking, this is the PS Ultra Glow highlighter in, I think it's like Brunch Club. Yeah, it's just this one here. I just picked it up recently, and that's the glow that it gives. And I didn't use very much. You could build that up if you wanted. And then I'm using these, which I love so much. I love these so much. These are the I Heart Revolution lip glosses. This one in Praline. I don't know if you can buy Praline by itself. Salted Caramel is very similar. It's just a little lighter. It's one of my favorites, but this is Praline. It's just that little bit darker. I thought it would look really good with this eye. And that's it. So thank you so much, guys. If you would like to see a video on the S'mores palette just used on its own, it's just more of a neutral kind of palette. I can do that though for you. And I also have the macaroon palette to do and the salted caramel. So if you guys want to see any of those, please leave them down in the comments below. And the one that gets the most will be the next one I do. I just wanted to get this one up as soon as possible though. So thanks guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Oh, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.